Welcome to my tutorial video. In this video, I'll be demonstrating on how to extract OSM data for Rhino using Grasshopper and Caribou plugin. To install a plugin in Rhino, go to your command, type in package manager, and then install the plugin. The plugin is called Caribou. Search for a bit, this one, click install, and press OK. This way only works for Rhino 7 and 8, I believe. If you are using Rhino 6 or below, you need to go to food for Rhino, login, and search Caribou. Scroll down, press download, open up the zip file. You will need to copy this and copy it into your Grasshopper folder, Grasshopper in plugin folder. So paste this in here. The file directory is your username, users, your username, app data, roaming, Grasshopper, and libraries. Make sure the files you copied have read-only unticked, and I'm okay. So I'm going to remove this because I installed the plugin through package manager. So before we jump back into Rhino, we also need to go to OpenStreetMaps and extract the data. So I'll be using the site from my previous tutorial video, and my site in the previous tutorial video is somewhere here. Now go to export. Want to do manually select the region. Something like this will do. Press export. Let it download. Now I go back to my Rhino, open up Grasshopper. Set up my Windows. Now, the plugin we just downloaded is called Caribou. It's located here. We'll be using these three components and both of the filters. Now, first thing you need to do is double click on your canvas and search for file path. Right click, select one existing file, go to downloads, and click on the OSM data we just downloaded. I want to plug all this in to my components. Nothing so far yet. That's because we also need to specify a feature. So with this here. So there are three types of OSM data. Buildings, which are your buildings. Ways is your, for example, your highways, your rivers, and nodes would be like electrical poles, basically points in your Rhino file. And to enable a feature, click on that button, and let's say if I want buildings, my roads, which under Grasshopper is called highways, I believe. paste here, click that. Or you can also access the subcategories of different type of roads. There's a description. Also, if you're unsure which is which, for example, if you're not sure what pedestrian or primary and primary link is, just go to Google and search roads in OSM. Basically, you'll find what the meanings are of each road. So, for example, motorway is this type of data. Yes. So now I'm going back to my Grasshopper, update selection, and you can basically see the buildings that's been updated. There's not a lot of building data, but there should be plenty of road data. And so we've also got a river here, so I'm also gonna enable river, which I believe is under waterway. Yep. Press on update selection, and you can see the polyline for the rivers. Now, in your buildings, that's pretty obvious. You could bake this into, I've already organized my layers, buildings, so that'll be your buildings. However, if you would like to filter these, you can use the filter tag. Connect building into items, connect tags into tags. Now you can select by various categories. So for example, height, I only want buildings that are 50 meters or taller. Update selection, hide this one, so you can see that building is 50 meters or higher. I won't need this for now. Turn this back on. Now we also want to organize our folder or our file into different types of roads and also rivers. So we wouldn't be using nodes for this one. Delete that. So now you know how to use the filter tag. I'm going to filter out different types of waves. First one, filter out highway, which is our roads. This one here. Update selection. I'm gonna hide this for now. So that's our roads. Now I also want our rivers. Tag this. Down and find water wave. Update. So yeah, so we got two sets of data. Now I'm just going to create a, so this is all polylines. So now I'm going to create the thickness of our river and roads. Let's do offset curve. Copy that, and also need endpoints and negative. And now we need a slider. So let's do 30 meters. I don't actually know how much we need, but let's put that to our distance. Negative is to offset your curves into a different direction. So this is so you can see that that's working. Now if you use the negative to distance, that should give me both sides of our river. I want the corners to be smooth. Now we want to join the ends of our canal or rivers, so we need two. We'll get 2 endpoints. Line. Duplicate this. Now endpoint to start point. Yeah. And then that end goes to start point. Now these are our basically our borders for our river. Point curve. Join these lines. And that's our curve. We can hide all this. Do boundary surface. And that gives our rivers. You can use this method to roads as well, and yeah. But to visualize this clear, I'm just going to give a preview. Color swatch. Color swatch. Change this to blue, and there we go. This will be the end of part 1. In the next part, we'll continue on Grasshopper and bake everything we made into Rhino. Also tips on creating a ground figure map. I hope to see you there. Thank you for watching.